I wanted to talk tonight about belief. So I had a coaching call this week, and I also at the Discover Jamboree last night was talking to people. So many people stood up that were consultants, and so many people stood up that were like advanced consultants or senior consultants. And so I was curious, like, what people found, why they weren't recruiting people, or what were the reasons that they felt they couldn't recruit. And there was a couple. One was, well, my friends all know what I do, and I just don't want to be pushy. So that's like a whole nother conversation, right? But a lot of people didn't ask, which we know that that's a common thing, right? Like, I think we all can give some like hands up in the air, like, yeah, there's people that I've wanted to ask, and I just like tail between my legs, and I turned around and walked the other way because either I don't know how, or sometimes I feel like it comes down to belief. So I want you guys to think about this tonight is, do you really believe in the product that you're selling? Most of you are going to say yeah, because I know the people who are watching right now love it. Do you believe in Jamboree, the company? Do you believe in the opportunity? So that's a big one. So you guys are all in the opportunity. So of course, in some capacity, you have this belief around the opportunity. So what I want you to do is take like a note card, and I want you to write belief on top. And then I want you to write every single thing, small or big, that you have gotten from this opportunity. So, whether it be like a monetary thing, whether you feel empowered, whether you feel like you have more confidence, maybe you you talk to strangers more, and not like in a creepy way. Maybe you have been able to buy something that you've always wanted. Like one of my first very big purchases was a Vitamix. Those are expensive, and I just never could like spend the money on them. Like, I just couldn't bring myself to buying one. So that was one of my first kind of big purchases. But I'm a coffee addict, so being able to get coffee without going into my budget, that was a huge thing for me. So all of these things that you're going to write on this list about your belief in the opportunity are all things that you have accomplished. They all also go into your story, which we talked about 2 days ago. And they're things that you have achieved in some capacity, or that Jamboree has been able to provide to you. So I want you guys to make a list of all of those things, because I think sometimes it's super easy to forget the little things or the big things, that we've been able to accomplish or we've been able to do. And those are important to remember, because those are going to heighten your belief in the opportunity and in the company. If you have this heightened sense of belief about the product, you're going to be excited about talking about it, about wearing it, about showing it off. You're not going to like hide your hands when you're out. If you have the belief in the company, you're going to talk about it. You're going to talk about our values. You're going to talk about the great things that they do for the consultants. FADV is a great example. And I don't know if I told you guys, I probably did, but FADV gave the shelter here in Phoenix $7,500 in products. So awesome. So not every company does that. And then your heightened sense of belief in the opportunity, you're going to tell your story more. You're going to be more likely to go out there and share really what this is doing for you, from small or big. And that's going to be sharing with friends, sharing with family, sharing with strangers, sharing in opportunity events, sharing on your VIP page, sharing on your personal page, even having your sponsor share on your page, just like we talked about the other day. So belief is so important. And there's kind of 4 big beliefs. So product, company, opportunity, and the last one is the biggest. Does anyone know what it is? I know there's a super long delay. So the last one is belief. Yes, Fallon. Belief in yourself. So do you believe, in yourself? Do you believe in yourself enough to be able to feel confident to provide people with the resources that they need? You guys don't have to know everything. You don't. And you shouldn't wait till you know everything to start recruiting and to start team building. But belief in yourself that you can learn as you go. Are you a good learner? Can you learn how to offer the opportunity? Have you been watching these videos? Are you soaking it up? Are you taking notes? Are you, making a plan of trying new things? But belief in yourself. I heard someone last night say that they didn't really believe in themselves as a leader. Do you know what the best way to build belief is? Doing. So if you don't feel confident in yourself as a leader, or confident in your voice, or confident in your knowledge with Jamberry or the company or the opportunity, do it. Start talking about it. Start, building those relationships. Start shouting from the rooftops about the product and the opportunity, and it's going to get easier. Your confidence is going to go up. Your belief in yourself is going to go up. And if you don't know everything, that is why you are surrounded by all of us. It's true. That's why we have the team page, so that you don't feel like you have this big struggle of knowing every single thing on your shoulders. That's why, you have your Jamily. You can post, you can ask a question. There's always someone there to answer. And that's going to help heighten your belief in yourself, because you're going to be able to believe that even if you don't know, you're going to know that you can find the answer to their question. If someone asks you something specific, like, how many Jamberry consultants are there? And you're like, I don't know. Should I know that? I don't. Changes. It fluctuates. I don't even know that. But I know where to ask. So it's okay to tell people, that is a great question. I have no idea. I'm new. Or even if you're not new, I have no idea. That is a great question. I'm going to go ask. Let me get that question answered for you, and I will come back and I will share with you. People in life don't expect that you know everything. They think that we know everything, or we should know everything. But we don't. And you can still be an expert on something, and you can still be successful at something without having every single piece of knowledge. As long as you are open and willing to learn, your belief will heighten. So just another way to really explain it is, when you first heard of Jamberry, you had probably very little belief in the product and the company, right? It was new. It's new product, this weird wrap thing. I always say, is a jam. You didn't know what it was. You had very little probably belief in the company. You're like, it's direct sales. I don't really know. They're new. But as time went on, your trust grew and your belief grew in those areas. The company, the opportunity because you joined, the product. So your belief in yourself can only heighten the more that you take the opportunity to grow in this area. Just like sales. You know, you may not have known the features and benefits of the products. But if you're willing to learn, your belief in the product is going to grow. You're going to try it. You're going to get better at your application. And you're going to be like thebomb.com. So same thing with yourself and your belief in yourself and your belief in being a leader and your belief in being knowledgeable. So you guys have everything that you need as long as you're open and willing to learn and try and put yourself out there. Your belief in yourself will grow. And you know what? We're not all perfect. Like, nobody's perfect. And you're probably going to mess up a couple times, but the best way to learn and grow that belief in yourself is to try. It's deep, right? So, it was really amazing to me last night that a lot of people felt like, you know, no one said I don't believe in myself, but that's what I gathered. You know, or they didn't feel like they could lead. And that was kind of the underlying tone of things. But everyone is leading. Like, you guys answering questions on the team page, that is leading. Those are leadership qualities. So just like recruiting, it starts with something. It starts with a seed. It starts with trying. So I want you guys to just remember that you are awesome. As long as you're open and willing to learn, your belief in yourself is going to grow. As long as you're willing to try. And sometimes we fall, and that's okay. Because we get up and we learn from the opportunity, and we just move on forward. So, what questions do you guys have? I didn't really give you anything actionable other than I want you guys to take a note card, take a Post-it, take a sheet of paper, and I want you to write opportunity and then belief. And then I want you to write down everything that this opportunity has provided you, whether it be like intrinsic, whether it be they provided you, something monetary, a gift, something like that. Anything, write it down. Because that way when you're like, why am I doing this? Why should I be offering this opportunity? You look at your sheet and you say, okay, it's given me friends. It's given me team. It's given me confidence in my relationship with my husband. It's given me something to talk about besides my kids. It's given me a Vitamix. It's given me a BFF. It's given me friendship. It's given me the ability to travel. It's given me the ability to, spend outside of my normal day-to-day budget. All of those things people want. And showing your belief by things you've accomplished is going to be huge. And that's only going to heighten the belief in yourself. On the back side of your note card or your Post-it or your piece of paper, I want you to write belief, and then I want you to write me. Not like me, but like you. And I want you to write all of the things that you are great at with Jamberry. So, yeah, definitely rewatch it, Erica. But I want you to write, belief and then me or you. And I want you to write everything that you do amazing. Everything you feel great at. So that every time you feel like I'm not a good leader, I'm scared to ask people, I'm scared to build a team because I don't know how to lead, or I can't be like you, or I can't be like my sponsor, or I'm not my team manager. That's okay. That's what makes you great as an individual. That's what makes you great as a leader, is you are not someone else. So write those things down. Like I talk a lot. It's good quality. I'm great, I'm creative. Like, something that comes to mind right away is, like, I'll shout out Kelly Parker. She is so good at social media. She's great at content planning. She's great at coming up with ideas to be creative as far as marketing her business in her VIP group. Like, those are traits that are amazing, and those are things that are amazing qualities as a leader. I don't have those. I'm not super creative, and I have no idea how to content plan, like, at all. guys have any questions about your belief, about how to grow your belief, like let's say you're obviously not going to raise your hand, or say it in here, but if you're like, I don't really believe in the product, well, we need to have a conversation. Or if you're like, I don't really believe in Jamberry, well, then we need to have a conversation and talk through it. Or if it's that you don't believe in the opportunity, one, I'll say I don't believe you because you're watching this video. So that means that you want to get something from it, right? You want to grow. You're not going to waste your time watching this video if you don't believe in the opportunity. And then if you feel like your belief in yourself or your belief in your leadership is lacking, like those are things that can be worked on. Those are things that you can always grow as long as you're willing.